The old house. At the edge of a small, quiet village, there was an old house. It stood alone on a hill, surrounded by tall, dark trees. The villagers never went near it. They said the house was cursed. Its windows were broken, its walls were cracked, and its door hung loosely on rusty hinges. At night, strange noises came from the house, creaks, whispers, and the sound of footsteps. The children in the village often told stories about the house. Some said it was haunted by the ghost of an old woman who had lived there long ago. Others believed that the house had a secret room where a terrible creature was locked away. No one knew the truth, and no one dared to find out. But one cold autumn evening, a girl named Anna decided to visit the house. She was brave and curious, and she didn't believe in ghosts or curses. The journey to the house. Anna walked up the hill as the sun set behind her. The air grew colder, and the shadows of the trees stretched long and dark. As she reached the house, she felt a chill run down her spine. The door creaked loudly as she pushed it open. Inside, the house was dark and dusty. Cobwebs hung from the ceiling, and the wooden floor creaked under her feet. The air smelled of damp wood and something strange, something sweet but rotten. "Hello," Anna called out. Her voice echoed through the empty house. No one answered, but she thought she heard a soft whisper. She turned quickly, but there was no one there. The mysterious room. Anna explored the house carefully. The living room was full of broken furniture and old pictures on the walls. In the kitchen, rusty pots and pans hung from the ceiling. Everything was covered in dust, as if no one had been there for many years. But then she found a door at the end of a long hallway. It was smaller than the other doors and painted black. It had a strange symbol carved into it, a shape Anna didn't recognize. She touched the doorknob, and it was ice cold. Slowly, she turned it, and the door creaked open. Inside was a small room, empty except for an old mirror standing in the corner. The frame of the mirror was made of dark wood, carved with strange designs. The glass was cloudy, but Anna could see her reflection. As she stepped closer, the air in the room grew colder. She reached out to touch the mirror, and suddenly her reflection moved. The reflection's warning. Anna gasped and pulled her hand back. Her reflection didn't look scared like she was. Instead, it smiled at her, a strange, sad smile. "Leave this house," the reflection said softly. Anna froze. "What? What are you?" she whispered. "I am trapped," the reflection replied. "And if you stay, you will be trapped too." Anna wanted to run, but her legs wouldn't move. The mirror began to glow faintly, and the reflection's face grew darker. "Go now," it said again, louder this time, "before it's too late." The escape. Suddenly, the house began to shake. The walls groaned, and the floor creaked loudly beneath her feet. The mirror's glow grew brighter, and the strange symbol on the black door began to burn red. Anna turned and ran as fast as she could. The hallway seemed longer now, and the air was filled with whispers and laughter. Shadows danced on the walls, reaching out for her. She reached the front door and threw it open. Cold night air hit her face as she stumbled outside. Behind her, the house went silent. When she turned to look back, the black door was closed, and the house looked just as quiet and empty as before. Back in the village, Anna ran down the hill and didn't stop until she was back in the village. She told the other villagers what had happened, but most of them didn't believe her. "It's just an old house," they said. "Your mind is playing tricks on you." But Anna knew what she had seen. She knew the house was not just old and empty, it was alive, in some strange and terrible way. From that day on, Anna stayed far away from the house on the hill. But sometimes, late at night, she dreamed of the mirror and the reflection's warning. And in the distance, she could still hear the whispers calling her back.